Again, the Israelites did evil in the eyes of the Lord, so the Lord delivered them into the hands of the Philistines. For 40 years, the people suffered under the harsh rule of the Philistines.
Come here, you. Take those olives and wheat to my house.
Please, Master. This is all my family has to eat for this season.
I say, take that to my house now.
A certain man of Zorah, named Manoah, from the tribe of Dan, had a wife who was childless, unable to give birth. One day, an angel of the Lord appeared to Manoah's wife as she worked in her garden. The angel spoke softly yet powerfully, bringing news that would change everything.
You will have a son, but he must be set apart for God from birth. Never cut his hair, for through him God will begin to save Israel from the Philistines.
Manoah's wife went to her husband and told him,
"A man of God came to me.
Where is he from? What is his name?"
He looked like an angel of God, very awesome. I didn't ask him where he came from, and he didn't tell me his name. But he said to me, "You will become pregnant and have a son. Now then, drink no wine or other fermented drink, and do not eat anything unclean, because the boy will be a Nazirite of God from the womb until the day of his death."
True to the angel's word, Manoah's wife conceived, and months after months her pregnancy grew, and a baby boy was born, and they named him Samson. As Samson grew, it became clear that God's Spirit was with him. He was strong, stronger than any man they had ever seen. But his strength was not his alone. It was a gift from God. One day, Samson went down to Timnah and saw there a young Philistine woman. When he returned, he said to his father and mother,
"I have seen a Philistine woman in Timnah. Now, get her for me as my wife."
His father and mother replied,
"What? Samson, my dear."
Isn't there an acceptable woman among your relatives or among all our people? Must you go to the uncircumcised Philistines to get a wife?
"Get her for me. She's the right one for me."
His parents did not know that this was from the Lord, who was seeking an occasion to confront the Philistines. For at that time, they were ruling over Israel. Samson went down to Timnah together with his father and mother. As they approached the vineyards of Timnah, suddenly a young lion came roaring toward him. The Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon him so that he tore the lion apart with his bare hands. He looked at his hands and knew his strength was not his own. But he told neither his father nor his mother what he had done. Then he went down and talked with the woman, and he liked her. One day, during the time of wheat harvest, Samson took a young goat and went to visit his wife. But her father refused to let Samson see her.
"Sorry, Samson. I have given her to another young man to marry. But do not worry, you can marry her younger sister. As you can see, she is even more beautiful."
Samson became so furious, and he went out and caught 300 foxes and tied them tail to tail in pairs. He then fastened a torch to every pair of tails, lit the torches, and let the foxes loose in the standing grain field of the Philistines. He burned up the shocks and standing grain, together with the vineyards and olive groves. Because of this, there was trouble between the Israelites and the Philistines. For fear of the Philistines' problem, the Israelites decided to exclude themselves from Samson's action and deliver him to the Philistines to do with him as they so please. They agreed with Samson that they won't be the ones to kill him, but they will bind him up and hand him to the Philistines. The Israelites tied Samson up and delivered him to the Philistines to be killed. But when they approached Samson to kill him, God's power came upon Samson, and he cut off the ropes that bound him, picked up a donkey's jawbone, and struck down 1,000 men. Then Samson said,
"With a donkey's jawbone, I have made donkeys of them. With a donkey's jawbone, I have killed 1,000 men.
And so Samson led Israel for 20 years in the days of the Philistines. One day Samson went to Gaza and spent time with a woman. The people of Gaza were told,
"Hey, guys, Samson is here."
so they surrounded the place and lay in wait for him all night at the city gate. They made no move during the night, saying,
"At dawn, we'll kill him."
But Samson lay there only until the middle of the night, and he thought,
I think these people have set a trap for me.
Then he got up to leave the town, but the city gate was closed. He took hold of the doors of the city gate, together with the 2 posts, and tore them loose. He lifted them to his shoulders and carried them to the top of the hill and left them there. Sometime later, he fell in love with a woman in the valley of Sorek, whose name was Delilah. The rulers of the Philistines went to her and said,
"See if you can lure him into showing you the secret of his great strength, and how we can overpower him, so we may tie him up and subdue him. Each one of us will give you 1,100 shekels of silver."
Night after night, she begged and pleaded with Samson to tell her the secret of his great strength.
Samson, honey, please. I have been begging you for days now. Just tell me the secret of your great strength, or don't you even love me?
But Samson only played with her questions and gave her wrong answers. But Delilah was persistent. She nagged him day after day until he was so exhausted from her nagging. Finally, Samson told her the truth.
No razor has ever touched my head, for I am a Nazirite. If my hair is cut, my strength will leave me.
That night, as Samson slept with his head on Delilah's lap, she called a man to shave off his 7 locks of hair. When he awoke, he did not know that the Lord had left him. The Philistines captured him, blinded him, gouged out his eyes, and took him away in chains. Now the rulers of the Philistines assembled to offer a great sacrifice to Dagon, their god, and to celebrate, saying,
Yeah, our God has delivered Samson, our enemy, into our hands.
While they were in high spirits, they shouted.
"Bring out Samson to entertain us."
So they called Samson out of the prison, and he performed for them. When they stood him among the pillars, Samson said to the servant who held his hand,
Put me where I can feel the pillars that support the temple, so that I may lean against them.
Now the temple was crowded with men and women. All the rulers of the Philistines were there, and on the roof were about 3,000 men and women watching Samson perform. Then Samson prayed to the Lord,
Sovereign Lord, remember me. Please, God, strengthen me just once more, and let me with one blow get revenge on the Philistines for my 2 eyes.
Then Samson reached toward the 2 central pillars on which the temple stood. Bracing himself against them, his right hand on one and his left hand on the other, Samson said,
Let me die with the Philistines.
Then he pushed with all his might, and down the temple came on the rulers and all the people in it. Thus he killed many more when he died than while he lived. Though Samson's life was full of mistakes, God still used him. His story reminds us that our true strength does not come from our own power, but from trusting and obeying the Lord. Even when we fail, when we turn back to Him, He can still use us for His good purpose.